Hi guys and welcome to Salim's Kitchen. In today's video, I will show you a step-by-step recipe on how to make the most beautiful chicken biryani like this. And once you master this recipe, whoever eats your biryani will be impressed, 100% guaranteed. The first thing we are going to do is skin and cut one whole chicken into medium size pieces. Make sure to thoroughly wash your chicken. Now first let's remove the drum and the thigh. So here you will see skin. Run your knife on the skin here to open it up, and then you will have your thigh and your drum exposed. So now there's a joint here. If you lift it up and you press it down, you will see there's a bone here, right here. That's where the joint is. So you're gonna go cut. So you're gonna cut right there by the joint, and easily remove your thigh piece. Now let's remove the wing. Cut on the joint. Cut on the joint. The wing will come off very easily. And there's your one wing. Now let's remove the skin from the carcass. Start with the skin that's on the breast side of the carcass. And it's very simple to remove the skin. All you have to do is just pull it and the skin comes off very easily. You can see how easy it's coming out. And on the other side as well, just pull it. And there you have it, guys. The skin is now out. Now let's separate the fillet, the ribs, and the backbone. This is also very simple. All you have to do is run your knife. In the center, you can see the fillet is separated from the bony part, which is the back and the ribs, and run your knife straight down, just like that. And once you get all the way to the end, just lift it up and just break it open like this. Now use a cloth to remove the skin from the thigh and drum. Gently start opening it like this. And then use a cloth. This will make it easy for the skin to come off and it will not slip, and gently pull. And there you have it. The skin is now out. Now cut on the joint here to separate the thigh and drum. Now let's remove the fillet. There's two layers to the fillet. Remove the thick outside layer and leave the thin layer that's attached to the bone. Now this is what's left of the carcass. So cut this into 3 pieces. The bone is very soft here, so you can always press your knife on top, or you can just hit it down and press on top. And there you have it, 3 pieces. Now let's do the rib part. The rib part again, cut it into 3 pieces. Hit your knife down like this because the chicken bones are very soft, so it will cut through like this. And there you have it. Here you can remove all the fat, extra fat. Now let's do the fillets. The fillet, just cut it in half like that. And there you have it, guys. The whole chicken has been cut up into medium-sized pieces. So let's see how many pieces we got from one chicken. And there you have it, guys. 16 pieces from one whole chicken. Now let's add these pieces into a mixing bowl. Once you added your chicken into the mixing bowl, keep it covered and set it aside. And now let's finely slice 3 medium onions. Once your onions are sliced, we are now going to deep fry them in vegetable oil until they turn golden brown in color. Now just mix your onions around like this occasionally so that it fries evenly. You can start off frying your onions on a high heat and then reduce it to medium so that the onions fry nice and slow. And there you have it, guys. Once it turns golden brown in color like this, first switch off your heat and now use a strainer spoon like this and remove the onions quickly so they don't turn black, and set them on a plate. Let all the extra oil drain out. Now allow the onions to cool down. Once your onions have cooled down, add it to the chicken pieces. Now the one ingredient that makes your biryani absolutely flavorful and aromatic is saffron. So we are going to be using a pinch of saffron. And now I want to show you how to toast the saffron to bring out its full flavor, aroma, and color. Now heat a small frying pan or even a small pot on a high heat. Once your pan is hot, add in your saffron and toss it around quickly like this, and lift it up and toss it around so the saffron don't turn black because it's very, very thin and it can burn very easily. So just toss it around like this here. Now bring your saffron to one side of the pan like this. Use your index finger and thumb and crush it into powder. If you feel it's still not stiff enough, you can heat the pan again and toast it for a little longer. You see now I have turned it into powder. Now we are going to add in a little water. And now bring this to a boil. Now, once the water starts boiling, you can see the color of the water changed. This is the color of the saffron. Now, this is the way to bring out the full flavor from the saffron. Now remove this from the heat and allow it to cool down. Now once your saffron water is cool, add it to your mixing bowl. Now we are going to add in 200 milliliters of full cream sour milk. Now add in 2 tablespoons of mixed masala. The recipe for the mixed masala will be in the description box below. This is my own mixed masala recipe. And 1 tablespoon of Kashmiri chili powder. Now add in 1 tablespoon of ginger and garlic paste and 1 teaspoon of lemon juice. Half a teaspoon of egg yellow powder to give it a good color, and 2 teaspoons of salt or salt to taste. Now we are going to use a blender to blend the following ingredients into a paste. We are going to use a quarter handful of coriander. You can see how little it is. And the same amount, a quarter handful of mint leaves and a quarter handful of thyme. The thyme, we will remove it from the stem. 2 green chillies and 1 tomato. If you do not have a blender, you can finely chop these ingredients. Now add in a little water. Now let's blend it into a fine paste. Now add this paste to your mixing bowl. And lastly, add in 4 tablespoons of the same oil we fried the onions in. Now get your hands dirty and give this a good thorough mix. And finally, there you have it, guys. The chicken marinade for the biryani is now ready. So we are going to cover this and rest it for 1 hour. But for best results, it's always best to marinate it the night before and cook it in the morning. So guys, whilst the marinade is resting, let's prepare the rice. Here I have 1 kg of super sella long grain basmati rice. So guys, make sure when you're using a rice, use a good quality rice. Now to the rice, I am adding 100 grams of masoor, also known as black lentil or biryani dal. Now we are going to give this a good thorough wash until the water runs clear so that we can get light and fluffy rice. So guys, when you're washing your rice, do not just rinse your rice. You can see I got my hands in and rub the rice together so all the starch can come off. So do this until the water runs clear. So guys, I have washed the rice 4 times and you can see the water is now clear. And if you do not have patience for washing your rice so many times, Just soak it for 30 minutes and rinse it out 3 times. Now, for boiling the rice, in a pot, add in 4 liters of water and 5 teaspoons of salt or salt to taste. Now, let's bring this to a boil. Now, whilst the water is boiling for the rice, in a separate bowl, add in 100 grams of black lentils, also known as masoor, and give it a good wash. And then add in boiling hot water and soak it for 20 minutes. This we will be using later on. And once your water starts boiling, add in the rice. Now we need to firm boil our rice. So once the grains starts to get a bit longer, then we will feel for the firmness of the rice. Okay guys, you can see the rice is starting to get longer, and I can see that it needs to boil a little more. You always need to be feeling your rice. Don't get burnt, it's very hot, and you can press it and you can see it's still hard. So a little more. And there you have it guys, our rice is now boiled, firm boiled, and you can see the grains are nice and beautiful and long. So take one grain and press it, and you'll see it will break like that, but it will not turn into porridge or mash. So now remove it and strain it immediately. So guys, whilst the rice is draining, the steam will make the rice slightly softer. Now whilst the rice is straining, slice one medium onion. This we will use for the rice. We're going to fry it in butter to add flavor to the rice. Now in a frying pan, add in 2 tablespoons of oil. This is the same oil we used to fry the onions. And add in 1 teaspoon of jeera or cumin seeds. Now add in the onions. And 50 grams of butter, and allow this to fry until the onions turn golden brown in color. And when frying, fry it on medium heat. Now, once your onions turn light brown in color like this, remove it from the heat and set it aside. Now let's add the rice back into the pot. Now add in the fried onions and pour the butter all over the rice like this. And just spread it open like this here on top of the rice. Now in 2 cups, add in a little water and add in a 1/4 teaspoon of yellow food coloring and a 1/4 teaspoon of egg yellow food coloring. Now give this both a mix until the powder dissolves. Now pour this food coloring over your rice. That's the yellow. Now this is the egg yellow. Now give the rice a good mix. And there you have it guys. The rice is now ready, and you can see how beautiful the color is. And there you have it. beautiful basmati rice for our biryani, well flavored and well colored. Put the lid back on so the heat stays trapped in. Use cling and cling wrap the lid nice and tight so the heat does not escape, because remember we still have to cook the chicken, so the rice will be nice and hot when the chicken is ready. So there you have it, the rice will stay nice and hot in here. Now let's cook our biryani. So in a pot, add in 150 milliliters of vegetable oil. Again, this is the same oil we used to fry the onions. 1 teaspoon of somph or fennel seeds. 1 teaspoon of jeera or cumin seeds. 10 cloves. And 1 cinnamon stick. Now add in the chicken marinade. Now fill some water in the bowl so all this flavor comes out. Now add in 5 medium or small potatoes. When you adding in your potato, make sure you slit it in the center like this so it cooks faster. And 50 grams of butter. Now add some water until the potatoes are slightly covered. This water is to cook the potatoes. Now we are going to cook this on high heat for 10 minutes, and then we are going to reduce the heat to medium. Now I forgot to add in the masoor. Remember the same masoor we soaked for 20 minutes. I drained the water out. Now you can add in your water, the masoor. After 10 minutes of cooking on high heat, now reduce your heat to medium and allow it to cook for 30 minutes or until your potatoes are soft and the gravy thickens. And after 30 minutes of cooking, you can see the potatoes are now soft and ready. And you can see the gravy thickened as well. And it smells really, really awesome and flavorful. And now remove the cling from your rice pot and use a standard size bowl like this and add in 3 bowls of rice. Now switch off your stove and give this a good mix, but be very gentle so you don't break the potatoes and the chicken. And there you have it, guys. Our biryani is now ready. So now let's plate it. So, guys, there you have it, the most beautiful, aromatic, and flavorful chicken biryani. So, guys, if you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe. The list of ingredients will be in the description box below. And if you have any questions, send me a comment. Until my next video, stay blessed and peace out.